trying this again. I'm gonna try this again, and we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try this one more time. So anybody that's coming in, I don't even know if this gets recorded or not. Actually, I really don't. I have no idea if it gets recorded. But I am simply Anika SB. I'm sorry, my throat was a little janky today, but I am well though. It's been acting janky since last night. I don't know, in my sleep. But I had to get me a Wawa coffee, and they had peppermint. Oh my goodness, they had the York peppermint patty coffee, so I had to get a little bit of that with and a croissant. I was being a fatty. I need to lose the weight, but I was being a little bit of a fatty, so it's all right. Um, because I really don't eat carbs like that. But when I do, I'll do a detox and get back in my wagon because I fell off the wagon. But I had wrote in my description, relationship shoes. Like I said, I don't know if this gets recorded. This is my first time going live on YouTube. I'm usually on my other platforms with TikTok when I do live, where I already have dialogue going on with other people, and um, I can talk to folks. So right now, this is my first time going live on my YouTube channel, testing things out to see how it flows and how things go, and also trying to see as well if the live gets recorded. And I don't know if the live gets recorded and repost. So this is all just new territory for me. I know how my other things work and how my lives do get recorded in the background and I can download and then I can post and share. But I don't know how the world of University of YouTube works with when you go live. Like, if I go live, is it a live and done, or is it a live and then it goes posting onto my page? But a little background about me: I am a um, I don't know how do I describe it. I have multiple careers. That's what I'm gonna say. I have multiple careers. They are they do kind of go hand in hand with one another at times. So my main career, I have been a licensed cosmetologist educator for about 30 years. I've also been an event planner and coordinator for about 25 years plus, part time, but yeah, part time mostly. But I have done a variety of weddings, location weddings, sorry, destination weddings, and tons of baby showers, bridal showers, birthday parties, of course, and also um, I've even coordinated funeral services and my class reunion. So I've done everything from corporate business, office parties to hotel stay parties for couples. I have decorated the rooms and so forth, not just for myself but for other people as well. And then I ended up during COVID becoming an ordained officiant, minister officiant, when everybody couldn't get married but wanted to still get married. So I became an ordained wedding officiant to tie in with my event planning because I figured if we can't plan the wedding, I could still marry you. So I embarked on that as well as my life coaching and mindfulness coaching certification during my still season when I had COVID in December of 2020. So those are the things that God had directed me to and birthed out of me during my still season. That's what I call it. I call it my still season because when you are when you have COVID, it's nobody but you and God. Literally, nobody but you and God. You're alone. You're at home. I thank God I was at home. I wasn't in a hospital or anything. But you are in a still season, and I just missed my turn. But it's okay. I know how to get back around things safely. So um, in that, I also embarked into the medical field. So I am also licensed in the medical field as well. I enjoyed pediatrics for many years. and I also worked neurology for many years, which was beneficial to me because of what I have personally going on with my health. So, and then with my children growing up, they were they needed pediatrics. So it was great. It was really great. And now I'm in this new next chapter of my life. I'm an empty nester. My children are grown. My husband passed away about 2 years ago. Well, I'm gonna say I tell people I'm a divorced widower. So I can say what I want to say because that's how I feel. So yes, I'm a divorced widower. Um, and I'll explain that story another time in another setting. But I have wrote in my description about relationship and shoes because I remember having a conversation with some of my friends and we were talking about, back in the day when you used to go to, you seen a nice pair of shoes in the store and you try them on. Either one or two things. I know I've had cousins that will buy shoes that was too small for them because they really wanted them. And then next thing you know, they got corns, they got bunions, and their feet is all jacked up now because they put their foot in a shoe that was too small, one too small for them, and did not fit them. So, and then you have the situation of, wait a minute, this shoe did fit me. And I did take it, bought it, took it home. It felt great when I tested it out in the store. But when you tested that shoe out in the store, you might have put one foot in, not both feet in. You might have only walked around on the carpet of the floor. That's the trick up with the stores, right? The shoe store. Is they let you walk around with the shoes on the carpet, which gives you the cushion to, and it makes it feel like, wow, these shoes feel great. So that's the trick right there. We won't hold on to that part, right? So then you get the shoes home. You ready to wear those bad boys out. You might have had to like wiggle your foot in that shoe also when you tried that shoe on. You might have had to do a little, let me get it in there. Oh, it fit. And you might have tried on another size that probably was a little too loose. So you put that one back and you go with the other one. And it's like, okay, I'll stretch it out, right? We tell ourselves, I'll stretch it out. I'll take it home. I'll walk around the house in it before I need to wear it for the event or whatever you're using it for. And you figure I'll stretch it out or something, or it'll get better once I take it home. Like new shoes kind of do to everybody, kind of hurt your feet first, and then they kind of, oh yeah, these are good. No. So, in my correlation to relationships with the shoes that we take home that either were a size and a half too small or we had to kind of wiggle our foot into, and just the shoe that may have just felt plain old, my foot went in, it feels comfortable, it feels great, but I still walked around on carpet in the store until you get that shoe home and you realize I should have left that shoe in the store. That shoe hurts my feet. I took this shoe out. I got it on my floor at home, whether you have ceramic tile or hardwood floor. You get that shoe home, and now you start strutting around, walking around, and you realize this shoe hurts. This shoe do not feel as good as it did when it was in the store. So in that, and then not to mention the people who bought the shoes and now you done created a callus or a blister or a corn on your foot because you brought home this shoe and you were determined to wear it, so you decided to strut around in it regardless of the fact that it hurt, and you decided to wear it anyway. You didn't put it back in the box. You didn't take it back to the store. You kept it and you figured I'm gonna just work with it because these shoes are bad. These shoes look great. These shoes, they are a showstopper, and I'm going to get these shoes. Not, and then so while I say all of that, right, talking about these shoes, but now I want you to visualize that relationship that you just entered and equate it to the first shoe that you bought that was a half size too small. You figure I'll just stretch it out. But the shoe is so fine, the shoe is so handsome, the shoe looks so good, and it looked good on my feet even though it don't fit. So And then the other shoe you end up taking home because you figure it fits me. It fits me good, and it looks good on me. And I'll just, work with it until I get it, to my liking. And you take it home anyway. And then you get it on your floor, on the hardwood floor, or on ceramic floor, or even on concrete. And you realize, oh my God, this shoe hurt my feet. It's rubbing on my toes. It's causing a blister. It doesn't cause a corn or whatever, or but whatever happens to certain shoes that we buy. Think of it as the relationship. You got this shoe home. It fit you. You didn't pay attention. Sorry, that was a little sidebar outwards. But yeah, we get these shoes. We get into these relationships, and we realize I should have left this thing in the store. And the red flags were already there. The red flag was the shoe was too small for me. The other red flag was the shoe I had to wiggle my foot to get my foot in it. And the other red flag is sometimes the shoes are just so good that once you get them home and then get them around, in on different floors and environments, that this shoe hurt too. Oh my God, this shoe tripped me. This shoe pulled me. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. This shoe feels good on my wood floor, but this shoe hurts on the concrete. This shoe has been bruised me. Well, we think of the relationships that you've been in, where whether it's a guy and a girl, because I'm not a feminist, and please don't think that I am. When I speak like this, I speak in general terms for men and women to relate to, not just one sided. So, but because that goes to some men too. You don't want to get those sneakers, those Timberlands. Y'all were into that Timberland era, and y'all had to have them Tims or butter Tims or whatever, those or the flyest sneaker, knowing that our feet are not all the same. Our feet our feet can be slender, our foot can be wide or whatever. So everything don't always fit us. And that's how a relationship is. Every shoe is not the right fit for us. Some stuff should have just been left in the store. Some shoes should have been returned to sender, but we keep it. We think we're going to work with it. We think we're going to stretch it out, and we think it's going to end up forming to our foot. We think it's going to end up becoming comfortable to our foot, to our liking. We think we can mold it. We think we can just stretch it out a little bit, and it'll do what I need it to do because it looked good. It sometimes feel good, but all in all, that shoe actually hurt. All in all, now you have created a bunion. Now you have created corn. So think of that is what I want to like drive home to people with shoes. Some shoes need to stay in the store. Some shoes need to get returned to sender. I have some shoes in my house that I should have returned to sender, but I was like, yeah, that shoe was bad. And then as I thought about how I had to wiggle my foot in that shoe, and the other thing is because you got that shoe for a great price, you just figure I'm gonna work with that shoe anyway because I got it for a great deal. No, sometimes going the cheap route is not the best route. Sometimes getting that discount is not the best option in every situation. But I'm gonna because I don't have any people in this room and I didn't share my live to anybody. I wanted to just get on here and test this out. And if y'all like, if this video happens to post on my page, and people happen to do drive to this video, please let me know if you want more of these this information tidbits. And because I do a variety of different things, I do patient care, um, advocacy, and so forth. And on top of dropping gems when it comes to weddings and event planning, and what the difference is between an event planner and coordinator to an event decorator. So sometimes I think we're starting to get these terminologies mixed up when we ask certain things in those spaces. But we'll talk about that another time. And I'm going to tell y'all another story later about how I forgot my cake that I bought yesterday in the bakery. So now I'm here at the bakery to pick up my cake that I left and paid for. So we'll talk some later. See y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll look for y'all comments. Thanks.